Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda and welcome to this important episode of Ignition Time. In this video, I'm going to talk about two very important things. I'm going to talk to you about programs that are available that can actually help the 12 million Americans whose unemployment is going to run out at the end of this month. It is unbelievable that Congress is still at a gridlock when we are a week away from their Christmas break, but I want to give you information about programs that can help the 12 million individuals who are likely to lose unemployment benefits. Also, I'll talk to you about why the eviction crisis could actually accelerate the spread of COVID across the country and what you should know and how you can prepare. Because individuals who are evicted, unfortunately, setting aside the financial implications, also the psychological implications, there are medical implications to this, and this could actually result in an increase in the spread of COVID, which is just a horrific situation right now. Let's jump into the programs that are still available for individuals, even if unemployment programs run out. The first program is the SNAP program. The SNAP program, food benefits through the SNAP program, which is a supplemental nutritional assistance program, will continue next year. So I want our viewers and subscribers to know that that program is available, and boosted allotments given through emergency assistance are going to be available. Here's a quote from Elaine Waxman, who's a senior fellow in the Income and Benefits Policy Center at the Urban Institute. By the way, you'll find a link to all of our resources in the description section below, so make sure to check out our description section below. SNAP programs will continue. They are an entitlement. That's a rare thing in a safety net world these days. So those programs will indeed continue. Still, the higher amounts will eventually run out without more funding. Congress still needs to provide more funding for the SNAP program. So we need to be aware of that. Keep in mind that the SNAP program does have rules for eligibility, but there are no work requirements to receive aid. So, there are rules for eligibility, but no work requirements. So what that means is unemployed individuals may be able to get SNAP program benefits, and people can apply for the SNAP program through the state in which they live. In fact, we'll provide you with a link in the description section below where you can access the SNAP state directory of resources. So depending on your state, you can actually click on your specific state and get the directory of resources for that particular state if you want to take advantage or if you want to participate in the SNAP program. So as you can see on your screen, you can essentially go to this link, and like I said, we'll provide you with this link in the description section below. All you have to do is click on individual states, and when you click on that state, you'll be able to get the information pertaining to the SNAP program in that state. You'll get the phone number, you'll get the website, you'll get the state list of local offices, and you'll get applications, and in many cases these applications are online. So this is something you can definitely do if you're unemployed and if you're looking for assistance. I strongly encourage you to go to this website, and keep in mind, to apply for benefits or to get information about SNAP, you do have to contact your local SNAP office by selecting your state on the map that is shown on your screen. Make sure you do that. Use a contact information. Each state, just like the unemployment benefits system, has its own mechanism of application, but all you have to do is simply go to this link, apply, and you should be able to get in touch with the state. You will need to contact your local SNAP office if there's no ability to apply online, but this should give you a strong starting point to hopefully get SNAP program benefits. The next program is the TANF program, which is Temporary Assistance for Needy Families. That's TANF program, Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, and families with children or other dependents living at home may be eligible for this TANF program. This provides financial assistance and other support. So you will be eligible for this. You could be eligible for this if you run out of unemployment benefits. There are eligibility requirements for the TANF program, and these also vary according to state. Generally, TANF legally includes a work requirement, so there could be a work requirement, although some states have been making exceptions because of COVID. You will have to talk to your state, because your state is the one that will make that determination. Again, like the previous program, you need to apply for the TANF program at the state level. There's also housing assistance. Now keep in mind, the foreclosure and the eviction moratorium expire at the end of the year, and so this is an important housing protection for millions and millions of our fellow Americans and homeowners who are actually experiencing financial hardships as a direct result of the pandemic. With federally backed loans, can request what's called as mortgage forbearance up to 180 days, and you do so by contacting your lender. The deadline for applying for mortgage forbearance is the 31st of December, is the end of this month. So I want you to be aware of that. With forbearance, there should be no additional fees, no penalties beyond the scheduled amounts that you owe. Keep in mind, forbearance does not waive those payments. It essentially delays those payments. And when you contact the lender, make sure you inquire about the CARES Act mortgage forbearance, not the mortgage forbearance program that's offered by the lender, which could be different, could be associated with fees. So make sure you ask, and you ask for the correct information when you're applying for forbearance. Now, a lot of renters are going to be in a tough situation, but some states do have their own eviction moratoriums in place that are separate from the federal eviction moratoriums. Now, you may be able to apply for rental assistance through local programs such as the Salvation Army. So you may be able to apply for that. So definitely look into the Salvation Army website. We'll provide you with a link to the Salvation Army website in the description section below. And people who, if you need rental assistance or housing assistance, you should seek help from all of these programs as soon as possible, as there are very few programs and they are generally on a first come first serve basis. So keep in mind that you do need to apply as quickly as possible. You should apply quickly and get in line, because you're not going to be the only one applying, and many programs indeed have a waiting period. So you want to apply now because you'll get in line, and you want to get that assistance before the assistance runs out. Don't wait. The mistake you'll make is don't wait for your unemployment benefits to expire. Go ahead and take some action right now, because you need to apply as quickly as possible. In other news, the eviction crisis could increase the spread of COVID in the US. Yes, just unbelievable that I'm even reporting that. It has been estimated by CNBC that as many as 433,000, yeah, you heard that right, as many as 433,700 excess cases of COVID and 10,700 additional deaths are caused by states lifting their eviction moratoriums between March and September, according to a recent study. So with the national eviction ban that is set to expire in a few weeks, CNBC actually spoke with many researchers about why eviction is linked to the spread of the virus and what can be done to try and keep people in their homes. And so unless there is further legislation from Congress for extension, our fellow Americans could be left wondering where they're going to sleep at night. Are they going to be evicted this Christmas? Just again, incredible when you think about this. More than 12 million of our fellow Americans, that's 1 in every 6 renters. So more than 12 million of our fellow Americans, 1 in every 6 renters were behind on their rent in November, and a majority of them was $6,000 behind in their bills, $6,000 behind in their bills. And unemployment is rising because the number of initial claims have started to rise. Believe it or not, the number of initial claims have started to rise in the past couple of weeks. In fact, you'll see this chart on your screen that shows you the number of individuals facing eviction across the country. Now, this represents the renters who are unable to pay rent and are at a risk for eviction as a share of total renter households. You can see that some states, individuals are at a much higher risk of eviction than other states. Look at a state like West Virginia, 59%, Tennessee, 58%, Mississippi, 55%, Louisiana, 50%, Florida, 51%, and other states, individuals are at a lower risk. We look at Vermont, 22%. We look at Washington, 28%. So some states are doing better than others, but again, when it comes to the devastating consequences of eviction, and the reason that evictions can lead to a spread of the pandemic is because you cannot practice social distancing safely at home if you're evicted. In other words, household crowding, if you're crowded along with other individuals, that leads to a spread of the coronavirus. When individuals get evicted, they often need to move in with friends or families, or they need to enter a homeless shelter. This leads to more crowding, and more crowding leads to more spread of the pandemic. The more contact you have with other individuals, the less social distancing you can follow, the less likely you are to wear masks, the higher the spread of the pandemic, which is why social distancing, which is linked to the eviction moratorium, is going to be directly related to the spread of the pandemic. And not only do evictions cause a spread of the pandemic, but evictions affect children's health and development. Just hard for me to talk about this. I have a 5-year-old son and a 2-year-old daughter. If a pregnant mother is evicted, really hard for me to report stuff like this. If a pregnant mother is evicted, she's more likely to give birth to a baby that's either preterm, born before full term, or low birth weight. Again, if a pregnant mother is evicted, she's more likely to give birth to a baby preterm or low birth weight. When children are evicted, they're more likely, children, I'm talking children, okay? Children, because children need more food than adults. An adult can go, a day, 2 days it's without food, but a child cannot, because a child needs food. Babies need to be fed every hour, every couple of hours. So when children are evicted, they are more likely to face food insecurity. In other words, they don't know where their next meal is coming from, and even lead poisoning, because they're eating foods that are unhealthy, maybe even eating out of the trash. So they're more likely to fall behind cognitively and fall behind in school, which in turn will affect them for the rest of their lives. That's where things stand, everybody. Really hard for me to report information about what our fellow Americans can do if unemployment benefits expire, and what our fellow Americans should know about when it comes to the eviction moratorium and how it's related to the spread of COVID. If you're about to be evicted, try and see if you can find someone who can help you financially, because try to avoid being evicted. That is the number one solution here. See if someone can help you financially. Start a GoFundMe campaign. Ask for help. But being evicted and then contracting COVID is going to be something that is going to be very hard to get through, not just for you personally, but it creates a larger economic problem for us as a country. Hopefully this was valuable. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. You'll find a link to all of our resources in the description section below. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on a Sunday over at the Ignition Time channel. I really, really appreciate you. You have no idea how grateful I am to you. My name is Dr. Chhoda with Ignition Time. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. Get your cell phone out and send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000, and you'll get added to SMS alerts list going forward. You can opt out of the SMS alerts list at any time. You'll get breaking news and alerts from us. You'll get important announcements about coaching programs that we might release. And again, you can opt out of the SMS alerts at any point in time that you want. You can also get added to our email list. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts. And then you'll get added to our email list going forward. Again, you can opt out of the emails at any point in time. Now, keep in mind, sometimes, not always, but sometimes YouTube does not always send out notifications on time. So all you have to do is simply bookmark youtube.com/ignitiontime. That's youtube.com/ignitiontime. And when you bookmark our channel, you'll be able to visit the homepage of our channel and watch the videos at any point in time that you want. So I think that's going to be great. So make sure you bookmark our channel. Also follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. Follow us on Instagram, and then you'll be able to get exclusive news and content from us specifically on Instagram. Speaking of following us on other social media channels, I want you to follow us on Twitter as well. Our Twitter handle is the same as our Instagram handle, which is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. You'll get breaking news and alerts from us on Twitter. I want you to please comment below, participate in our growing community. You're welcome to join our community. You are a part of us. Our community is almost like a family right now. And the thing that makes me personally extremely proud about our community is that we are intelligent, we are respectful, we are bipartisan, and then we listen to each other. And I think you might make some new friends in our community as well, which, by the way, is growing very rapidly. It's something I'm particularly proud of. Please share this video with friends and family if you learned something new from this video. As always, you'll find a link to all of our resources in the description section below. So make sure you check out the description section of all our videos. Any video, all videos, check out the description section. You will see our resources, and you'll be able to dig deeper into those resources on your own at any point in time that you want. Please click like. Please subscribe, please enable notifications. That would be your vote of confidence in us. The amount of effort that goes into this channel behind the scenes is quite significant. All I ask of you is simply click the like button. Please click subscribe, please enable notifications. That would mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye. Appreciate you.